Visions of Beauty, the Art of Kinuko Craft. Folks, once in a while, I have the privilege of getting my hands on a book that reminds me why I started this channel in the first place. And maybe to that point, I'd like to thank from the bottom of my heart another YouTube channel called Beautiful Books, which I'll link down in the description, of course, who inspired me in the first place to create videos reviewing beautiful books. And about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, Beautiful Books featured this book, Visions of Beauty, the Art of Kinuko Craft. And I left a message in the comments saying that I thought that it was an absolutely gorgeous book, which it is, and I'm going to show it to you in a few moments. And I guess I'm in one of those privileged situations where publishers reach out to me and ask me if I would like a copy of my own. And I very often have to turn publishers down. But in this case, there was absolutely no possible way that I was going to turn this down. It is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. And it is absolutely wonderful in every possible way, really every possible way. I first heard of or found out about Kinuko Craft when my son was born, and I was looking for some children's books with exceptional artwork, and I was pointed towards these retellings of popular fairy tales and myths, illustrated by Kinuko Craft, and I immediately fell in love with her artwork, basically due to how intricate and how detailed it was. And my son would ask me to please don't turn the page yet. I haven't finished looking at the beautiful pictures, and yeah, I think I've just turned possibly to a page that really illustrates why she's so amazing. There's no turning away from darkness. She has managed to find beauty everywhere. And there is the power of the light and the power of darkness. It's all there, and it's all utterly gorgeous. So yeah, I'm going on about the wrong book. This is just a little tiny taster. Here we have 300 pages, 275 I think it is, of her artwork. And the binding, folks, the binding is just, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. So this is the standard hardcover, and you can see how beautifully embossed it is. How it's like a cloth cover that has been heat stamped to get this lovely flowery design going on here. Very beautiful. And then you've got the monograph in gold stamp, and same thing on the spine over here, it's in gold stamp. And then the cover, the dust cover, is French folded, a little bit like if you have seen maybe Carl Jung's Red Book, the Liber Novus, the big edition, the big book. It's exactly the same thing. So it's a glossy, shiny cover, and French folded. So it's really nice and thick. You know, really nice and thick. All right, and once we open the book, let me zoom out a little bit here. You'll be able to see just how gorgeous it is. I spent about 3 hours this afternoon just gawking at every page. There are a few interviews. There are a few interviews, well, directly with the artist. Some interviews with people who have worked with the artist and who know her. But yeah, just mostly, it's her art. And it's an absolute joy. So the book is a large format. It's about, I'm going to say about 34 centimeters, maybe a tiny bit less. I recently received some Taschen art books, which are 34.5 centimeters. And this one is just a tiny bit shorter than those, but it's wider. Yeah, those pages are almost square. So plenty of space to really appreciate that art. It's the perfect size for me, in my opinion, for art books. Anything larger becomes unwieldy, and then anything smaller, well, you're not getting to enjoy the intricacies of the art. And with something as detailed as this, you really want a large format. So this is really perfect for it. Yeah, I mean, I could I could spend all evening just on one picture, and there are I don't know how many pictures there are in here. As I say, 270 something pages worth, with at least one image per double spread, very often too. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. The texture of the paper. Let me just grab my phone with my other hand and use my right hand to turn the page. And I'll just be quiet for a second so you can hear what it sounds like when we turn the page. It's like being by the seaside and listening to the waves crashing. It's just incredibly soothing, and there's just no end to it. It's just, as I was saying, page after page of utter perfection, and you can spend hours just discovering all the intricacies of the details that she's put into her art. It's really wonderful. So yes, the artwork that was in those children's books makes an appearance as well, of course. But that, as I was saying earlier on, really is just a small proportion of what is here. Just wonderful work. She's clearly got a very keen, firm grasp on Eastern and Western mythology. She is clearly an initiate of story. She has clearly understood the role of story in society, and how important it is for passing on civilization, right? And yes, you'll find lots of little esoteric details. She's got artwork on, yes, Eastern religion, but also on the Greek myths. Look at this. Yeah. Anyway, as I say, I could go on forever and ever on this. Maybe a final note on the pages. Also, I was going to show you this. I guess the camera is not picking it up very well, but very often when you have gold edges like you do here, then the pages are so thin that as you turn the page, the gold really disappears. But here, the gold is absolutely evident. Let me just try and zoom in a little bit more. You'll be able to just about pick it up there. But in real life, every time you turn the page, that gold just shimmers. It's very evident to the naked eye, and it's just one more beautiful detail to this gorgeous, gorgeous book. And there we are. Yes, as I say, I only received it today, and some of the pages towards the back are still a little bit stuck together due to that gold edge. That's another great pleasure going through this book for the first time, is that kind of creaking sound every time you open a page and the gold edging kind of separates. Really, really lovely. There we are. Well, that's, I've shown you so many pages, and yet I know that I've only shown you like a tiny, tiny fraction of what there is to see here, particularly because even the pictures that you have seen, you need to take hours to explore and to be in them and to enjoy every beautiful detail. Just wonderful, wonderful work. There we are. I'll leave details down in the description, of course. Now, this is the standard hardcover. There are a couple of other versions. It comes with a little catalogue. It actually comes with this really beautiful bookmark as well. There is a ribbon bookmark in the book itself, a very lovely shimmery blue. But the book comes with this catalogue, and in the back you'll be able to see that there are a number of different editions. There's this blue one, which is the sapphire. Let me just. Here we go, zoom in a little bit. The Sapphire edition, limited to 150 copies only. There we are. And then we get the limited edition, the Emerald edition. Excuse me, the one that I've shown you today is the Book Collector's edition, right? That's this one right here. The Sapphire edition has a signed limited fine art edition, right? And then the limited edition, Emerald edition, gives you a signed limited fine art edition printed on metallic canvas. Then there are 50 of the Ruby edition, which include a signed limited fine art edition sprinkled with fairy dust and printed on a high definition metal. And then there are 25 of these gold editions, right? Limited to 25 original sketches, includes a signed original sketch by the artist. Very, very nice. And they all, so the jeweled collections, the sapphire, the emerald, the ruby, and the gold, they each include a beautiful clamshell box. So you can see this is where the book actually fits, and it's a big book. So this clamshell box must be quite significant to protect your precious art. There we are. That's it from me, folks. I hope you enjoyed the review. I if you can't tell, then I really loved exploring this book and this evening showing it to you all. And I hope you have enjoyed watching the review, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. As I say, I'll leave links to where you can purchase the book down in the description. and I will see you soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.